Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you can hear me and the wind isn't too loud here. I stopped here because the last half mile or so I've just been in awe over the fact that I've been here before. I've never been to Arizona in my life, and I come up to this highway and I see the mountain, the bluffs, and the road, and the side here, and it's all familiar to me because I've been here before. We all have. God keeps having us live this life over and over and over again. It's like torture or something. At some point along this journey of mine, I die. I know that. I'm actually killed. I don't know how. But this is not the first instance that I've had along my journey between Portland, Oregon, and here, where I've been here before. We've all had that feeling. God's got a plan for us. I think one time I camped out here and either somebody ran over me or jumped me. Ended up at a church we're just outside of Lake Oswego late last year. And the last time I had been there, it was totally destroyed, burnt out, and people shot me there. Another church, I got shot running across the field. Because in most of these realities lately that have come to me, we were already in war because of COVID and making us weak and the rest of the world, and tempers flaring, and well, I've been here before. I'm just wondering why we keep doing this. Why does God keep having us do this? It's like a sick, twisted game, if you ask me, the way our lives are. In this year, and in the last few years, and the last few decades. It always turns to shit. It's like we never have a reality here on this planet where we don't end up destroying ourselves through war and greed. We got plenty of food to feed the entire world, and we don't. Well, I'm not camping here this time. I don't know where I'm camping, but it was right here. I think back over there in that gulch where there's a drainage ditch. I remember it. Scientists tell us we have deja vu because our brains are catching up after a brain fart of some kind. Well, that happens. But then there's the other reality where we've all been here before. And well, my life in the last several years has been on autopilot towards here. And I knew it was coming. I used to tell my friend, Rod, I'm going to end up in a van down by the river. Well, this time there was no van. So it was just me down by the river. And I made it happen. And it happens every life. I was meditating out of my camp in Forest Grove one time, and I looked to my left and to my right, and I saw realities that were so close to mine, but every single one of them was a little bit different. But every time we get here, we're all too worried about ourselves and our own little corner of the world inside our homes. We don't take care of anybody else or the rest of the world. We got homeless people starving in the streets of Portland that nobody will go into now and have moved out of, that are suffering from drug addiction and abuse. You get on the street and the street families don't want you off because, well, why would they want to see somebody succeed at anything other than being miserable the way they are? I'm tired of living this life. If it ends in divorce when I can't see my children ever because somebody thinks that I'm a problem, because she doesn't understand that, well, I see things a little bit differently and I don't hide my eyes from the negative, but I certainly don't dwell on it. But everywhere I go these days, it's like our world is shit. And we all pretend like we don't see it. And then we pretend like we're the only ones doing anything about it. And if I don't make it to a Wi-Fi hotspot to post this video, because there have been lives, I believe, where I have recorded most of the scenery that I've seen along this trip, then please post this on my channel and ask everybody you know to see it or watch it. And leave a comment. Let's try to keep it civil. The people that want to kill me have chased me across 2 states, now 4. They want to kill my family too because I puffed up on YouTube and confessed my sins to God and the devil out in Forest Grove. And that's between me and God. And because I was very adamant and loud about trying to end the meth epidemic out in a small town that didn't need to have it, and it was starting to get into the children's lives, and I unwittingly started playing a part in that, and I won't do it anymore. God bless everyone, but for the love of God, start praying for peace instead of praying for yourself. Unless you need a ham sandwich or something. What else is there to pray for these days? I hope everybody takes care. I really don't want to see what this life ends in. I don't know that any of them have ever ended in my ex accepting me back and allowing me into my children's lives. And if you think I'm crazy, go to church on Saturday and ask God what he thinks of the world these days. And see if you can hear him respond to you. Because he tells me it's shit. And there's not very many people worth saving on this planet to make it worth it this time. God bless everyone.